Yes. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here again. And today we're going to talk about what I stopped doing to take my trading to the next level. So let's go. Now, when it comes to trading, everyone wants to know, hey, Ben, how you do this, or what is your best setup, or what market do you trade, right? They always want to know what I do, but they don't never want to know what I don't do or what I stopped doing, okay? So this is why I actually created this video. So let's talk about the first thing I stopped doing to take my trading to the next level, and that is over-analyzing, right? I stopped over-analyzing or overthinking because it's going to paralyze you when you are trading in real time. You have to make quick decisions, okay? You can't just say, should I take this trade, or, I don't know. Just take the trade, right? Stop over-analyzing the trade. Just take it and live with the results. This is what I had to start doing, because if I'm always second guessing myself when I'm trading live, I would never get to the next level. You have people always asking me, hey Ben, how do you know if the trend is going to continue? I don't know. No one knows. If it's a trend and the market comes to a key level and they give you a setup, take the trade. Stop over-analyzing, stop overthinking. Just take the trade, man, and live with the results. So the best thing to do is take the trade. If that trade is a loser, you go back and look at it and see if you did something wrong. If you didn't do anything wrong, oh well, keep taking those trades if it's a part of your system. But if you did something wrong, correct that and say, all right, next time I won't do this. And that's how you become a better trader. Now, the next thing I stopped doing is breaking promises to myself, right? I always used to break my promises. So if you always break your promise, right, you would never ever get anywhere. So if you promise yourself, okay, this week I'm going to follow my rules, I don't care what happens, and then you break your rule again, guess what? Next week, you're gonna come back, you say you promise yourself, you break your rules, and you keep doing that every single week. That is gonna become a habit. I remember when I was going hardcore, right? I was losing a lot of weight, and every single Monday, I would say, all right, this Monday, I'm gonna start. And guess what? I messed up on Monday. I said, you know what? I'll just wait till next week. Next week comes, Monday, I try to start to lose weight and eat good. And guess what? I eat bad on Monday and I say, oh, okay, next week I start. And I kept doing that. And guess what? That became a habit. So you need to stop doing that. Get on your game. Make sure you understand trading is not a game. Become strict so you can take your trading to the next level. Now, the next thing I stopped doing is I stopped trying to look for shortcuts. I see a lot of new traders always try to look for shortcuts, always trying to look for the next shiny thing that's going to make them have a 90% win rate. And I was chasing that dream. I was always trying to go for the shortcut, trying to, figure out how can I have a 90% win rate and how can I make money now? And the more I chased that dream, the more I was losing money every single week. So I'm here to tell you guys, there are no shortcuts. You need to put your head down and grind and be okay with the process. Because if you're always trying to look for a shortcut, guess what? You're gonna be system hopping. And that's what I did. If I was trading and that trading system didn't work, let's say I had 3 losing days in a row, or let's say, I had a losing week, I would throw that system in the garbage and I would look for a new system. And you don't wanna do that. You need to find one trading system, put your head down and go to work. Because when you work on one system, you're gonna learn all the ins and outs and you are going to perfect that system, okay? You can't do that by going to system to system to system. Just focus on one system and make sure you master that system. Now, the next thing I stopped doing was I stopped blowing my account in one day, right? So what do I mean? So back in the days, right, I used to go on these winning streaks, let's say 2-month winning streak, 3-month winning streak, and then one day will wipe out all my profits. I used to hate that. So I had to stop doing that because I wasn't going anywhere. So one way you can actually stop yourself from, just blowing up your account in one day, you can actually have a daily loss limit. So let's say that your daily loss limit for the day is $500. You don't want to lose no more than $500. You make sure you stop trading for that day, okay? I would suggest close the laptop and run, okay? Go outside and run. Do not think about the market, because if you still have the market or you're still looking at the charts, guess what? The market is going to get you to trade some more. So the best thing is not to look at your charts, slam your laptop or your computer, turn it off right away, go outside, run, or get far away from your computer, because you might force another trade. So the next thing you do is you can actually call up your broker. That's if you have this option Some brokers do. Call up your broker and tell them that you want to set a daily loss limit. And what this does is basically, let's say for example, your limit is $500. They will shut you down for the day. They will lock you out. You can't make any more trades. They will lock you out of your trading account. You can't trade at all for that day, and you have to wait for the next day. So that's another good way. And another good way is to have a accountability partner, okay? Someone that can say, you know what, make sure you follow your rules. If you don't follow your rules, I'm gonna have to punish you some type of way. Or maybe you have to give that person money every single time you break your rules, whatever the case is, okay? So those are the things that you can do to help you not blow up your account in one day. Now, the next thing I stopped doing, I stopped listening to other traders. And what I mean is, you know, you have some traders who will tell you, oh, don't do that because that doesn't work, or this is the best strategy to trade, or this is the only way to trade, right? And I stopped doing that because that used to distract me, right? Let's say, for example, I had a losing day today and that person had a winning day. So I'm like, you know what, man, maybe his system is better than mine. And then I go use his system and then boom, I have a losing day. So what I realize is my winning days, that person might have a losing day, or their losing days, okay, might be my winning days. So you would never have a perfect system. You have to understand that. Stop saying, oh, just because that person, you know, had a winning day and I had a losing day, maybe that system is better than mine. No. Again, perfect your system. You have to understand why you lost, right? And go from there. Trust me, there isn't a perfect system. You just have to put in the work. You have traders out here that would say, don't trade breakouts because breakouts fail 70% of the time or 80% of the time. And, you know, that might be true, but at the same time, you probably could still make money from breakouts. And I do. To this day, I still make a decent amount from breakout. But what if I decide to listen to that other person that say, oh, don't trade breakouts, it doesn't work. So the best thing to do is don't listen to anybody. Go on your chart, back test it, and figure out if it works or not. Like for example, breakouts. I had to figure out when to take a breakout because yes, if you take breakouts all the time, of course you're gonna lose. But that's with anything. You have to understand what the market is doing right now so you know, okay, is it time to take a breakout? Nah, I don't think it's time to take a breakout. So you have to do your research and do your homework. Now, the next thing I stopped doing was trading the lower time frame. Now, there's nothing wrong with trading the lower time frame, but I think for beginners, especially for beginners, it's not a good thing to do. There's nothing wrong with the 1 minute chart. You can still do it. But if you are relying on the 1 minute candles, it's going to be tough. And I used to do that to the point where I was losing a lot. And eventually I actually got good at trading the 1 minute chart and I was making profits, but it was too stressful, right? I would lose maybe 2-3 times in a row and then finally make that big winner. And you know, when I switched back to the 5 minute chart, it was more relaxed. I was like, okay, this is much better, you know, less stressful, because you need to think about that. If you are very stressed out while you're trading, can you really last long in this business? Maybe, maybe not. But to me, I like to be relaxed when I'm trading. So that's why, you know, I like to trade a 5 minute chart. Now, the next thing I stopped doing was basically I stopped taking a lot of trades. I just talked about just right now. I used to trade on a 1 minute chart. You know, 1 minute will give you a lot of opportunities, but I switched to the 5 minute chart, right? And the 5 minute chart doesn't give you a lot of opportunities like the 1 minute chart, but the trades that you take on the 5 minute, to me, they are better quality trades, okay? And I feel more relaxed, and usually when I feel more relaxed, I have more confidence and I can trade better that way. If I'm always in and out the market, it's like, you know, I'm very stressful. I can't really think that much, and I can't really say, okay, you know, what should I do now? Or, you know, I might just force a trade just because I see a whole bunch of 1 minute candles just moving, okay? 5 minute keeps me relaxed. So nowadays, honestly, I look to take only maybe 1 or 2 trades for the day, okay? Usually if I'm taking 1 trade and let's say that trade gives me 2 to 1, 3 to 1, or even more, I'm done for the day. I'm not trying to stay all day in the market just because, you know, the market is still moving. No, I mean, if I get 1 good trade for that day, I'm done. And I like trading that way. Now, the next thing I stopped doing, basically, I stopped thinking about the money. You have to. You have to. I know it's hard. I know it's hard in the beginning because you want to make money, you want to quit your job, you want to do a lot of things, right? But you have to just think about the process. Only think about taking the right trade. Only think about, you know, am I doing the right thing? And that's it. Because if everything's about the money, right, you're going to lose. Like today, I didn't take any trades today. Today is FOMC, news day, right? And Today in the morning, it was choppy. I did see a nice short opportunity in the morning, but I still didn't take it because the market was chopping back and forth. I really didn't want to be in that chop. Yes, the trade worked out. I could have made money, but guess what? I don't care. I'm not trying to force anything so I can make money. All right, it goes back to you can't think about the money. If it's not clear or if it's something that you're not too sure about, it's better for you to not take the trade. And you can always go back to your trade and look at it and say, you know what, is this a good trade or not? And if it's a good trade, then next time you take it. But if you're not sure, guys, don't take the trade, because it's better to miss out on money than lose money, because 90% of the time, if you're not sure, you're probably going to lose money. So it's best to just say, all right, I'm okay missing out on this move. And if it was a good trade, next time I'll take that trade. And the last thing I stopped doing was buying at resistance or selling at support. Okay, so let me show you guys a quick example. So right here, guys, we have resistance right here. And I used to buy, okay, right at resistance because I saw this. So let's actually zoom in a little bit more, right? We see the market going up right here. You see this market up, right? So automatically I'm seeing the market going up. Right, I ignored that we had resistance. I just saw that the market was going up, and I would buy just because I would see the market going up. So I stopped buying at resistance and I stopped selling at support, because guess what? Sellers might come in when price hit resistance, or buyers might come in when price hits support. So I stopped doing that because it's 50-50 to me. Now, I will buy at resistance only if I see, more confirmation. Maybe I see, sellers are getting trapped. Maybe I take that trade. But 98% of the time, I'm not taking a buy right at resistance, or I'm not taking a sell right at support. So those are the things that help me a lot to take my trading to the next level. And I just wanted to share these things with you guys today. And I hope it will help you guys take your trading to the next level, right? So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you don't have my trading program by now, make sure you check that out. That's in the description. I actually have a sale going on and will end very, very soon. So take advantage of that. If you have any questions, comment below, because I try to answer all you guys' questions. Thanks a lot for your time, and please have a great day.